Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah and shalom. Well, what a beautiful day today. A lot of miraculous changes in the environment for the betterment, of course. Not only that, but you can see that you're digging yourself deeper into a hole that you're not going to get out of. But continue trenching. You're doing a fantastic job. You don't look too enthusiastic at the moment. You and your gang that stalk me. You know what I mean? Because, you're being stalked yourselves. And you don't even know it. In fact, I'll give you a little insight. You got people rushing to these little satanic meetings that you go to, right? How come nobody invited me? Very strange. Nonetheless, at this stage of the game, it looks like your whole network is collapsed. And furthermore, is going to be extinguished in the super near future. So, now that you know what you're facing yourselves. You're not facing me. You're facing the wrath of God. So buckle up. You signed up for the trip. You can't just get off the ride. What kind of participants are you? That would be very worrisome, to say the least. You started out very strong, and now that you've collapsed and your whole entourage has collapsed, and people at your satanic meetings are, fighting with each other physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you're collapsed. But some of your wives want to get divorced. Some males want to get divorced. Some of you are threatening to take the kids. And some of you are even threatening to tell on each other. So, you do what you think is best for you. You don't have to worry about me because God takes care of me. And so, as far as the elders in the community, you've done a lousy job of being an elder. Of course, you wouldn't have known that until up to this point because, well, you thought you were doing a fantastic job of leading the flock, only to find out that you're false. And the people that you're leading have been misled. Not recently, but for a long time. In fact, to be quite honest, quite a few generations. And so the good news is, though, that your whole entourage is crumbled. And so that's great for me and for the Lord's people and for people in this community. I think the people in the community want change, but not the way you dish it out. You see, that's what you don't understand because you don't have that authority no more. Yeah, that was long gone when you signed up to do what you did with me. So I'm a prevailer. I'm a living martyr for the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't take my blessings. You can't hurt me. You can't do anything. Your witchcraft is from the dollar store. Keep on doing it. Be more cases, more deaths. It's gonna be a lot more pain if you continue on this road of trying to contend with me or try to hurt me or try to defeat me in any shape, form, or fashion. Believe me, if you think I'm being watched by the whole world, by the U.S. government, by other governments around the world, by a multitude of different agencies, I'm used to that. But I'm going to tell you this: you're not. You've been watched also for many years. In fact, quite a few of you have been watched for a couple of decades, and you ain't even know it. Tell him, Rose. What they? You fucking flunkies. Allahu Akbar Takbir. As far as your personal feelings towards me, you'll have plenty of time in hell to get over it. And if you don't, well, you got the rest of your life there. So that goes for that. As far as my exes trying to come into my life, you have to understand that there's somebody that's in my life. It's going to be a part of my life for me. You know what I mean? And there's nothing you can do about it. So I don't really think it's a good idea to contend with her under any situation or pretense of any sort because I think it would be your demise. So you need to stop. A lot of you need to just stop. Not about when. You need to do it immediately. I tell you that with all due diligence because you're a lot of you are not going to have the opportunity to stop. There's going to be things that will be forced on that are going to be really, it's going to be real ugly. So rather than that happen, the word stop is a good thing to put in your vocabulary. That goes from elders to politicians to religious sets to law enforcement to agents to a multitude of individuals. The tide has turned, and it's for the Lord and the Lord's people. If you can't understand it or accept it, that's your problem. Deal with it. That's not my shit, and I'm not going to accept it. So, just figured I'd throw that out there and let you know that I've been thinking about you so much that I had to tell you. So, you know, I'm blessed by the Lord. There's nothing you can do about that. In fact, a lot of people talk about they're close to the Lord, but I'm chosen. So by the Lord, a lot of people don't understand that, and there's a few of us out there in the world. But you know, what I do for the Lord, I do for the Lord, and my life is changing for the better. So, like I said, man, I'm gonna reiterate the word stop is probably conducive to your well-being at this point because many of you are going to still experience hardship. There's nothing I can do about it. Don't come to me with false, you know, I'm sorry and this and that. You've had ample time. You continue to do the nonsense that you're doing. So now you must pay the prices, and I will turn my back on anybody, especially that has done me harm. My back is turned on you, and that's 100%. And I stick by my word. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. Allahu Akbar Takbir, and I am not playing. I don't know how to get you to understand. Maybe if I show you, then you'll know, and I don't have a problem with that either. So you best be on your way, and whatever cards have been dealt to you, you earned it. I have nothing to do with that. So, you know, bye bye.